sharing with you guys my experience, this immigration journey. Alright, so let's get to it. Hey guys, I am going to try to talk about my K1 visa journey. I get a lot of questions about my K1 visa journey, how I got my visa, the process of getting my visa, and like the experience in general getting here from Philippines to the United States. So I'm going to try to make this video on my visa journey. I wanted to make this video as professional as I can, but I have two babies that I'm trying to take care of, and it's not easy. I don't have any help. I wish I do, but I don't. I'm just a mom sitting in front of the camera asking you to understand me. Alright, I got distracted. Okay, so I moved the camera. That way I can be closer to you and I can be heard more clearly. So I met my husband in the Philippines. We met year 2011. I got here in the United States year 2012. So I've been here for almost 4 years now. Alright, so let's get to it. The first step that we made is you have to go to the USCIS website. The website is www.uscis.gov. If you're an American citizen that's watching this video who is planning to petition your Filipino fiance, go to uscis.gov and type K1 fiance visa, and in that page you'll see the requirements. You will download a PDF that contains the processing, the requirements, and everything else that you need to know to get your fiance here in America. I have a folder here of all our files that contains our of the visa application, visa petition, and my K1 visa journey requirements, forms, and evidence of our relationship. I'm basically gonna go over like what I have here in this folder and show you guys what I have and try to remember, because it's been 4 years. So I really hope that this can be helpful for you. So first, my husband filled up a form, and the form is I-129F, petition for alien fiance. With that form, you have to include some requirements, and those requirements are in their website. You will end up sending the USCIS a packet. Okay, so after Mike sent the packet to the Homeland Security, he received a notice of action, and it looks like this. And it literally said that the petition has been approved. So Mike sent the form around April 2012, and then he received this notification around August 2012. So it took 4 months for them to send him a notice of action that's saying the petition has been approved. My little baby boy is in the background, and if this is shaking, that's because he's moving a lot, and I don't have a tripod. I am literally stacking like a Play-Doh container, a paint can, and I have a pacifier right here on the lens. Anyways, the Embassy of the United States in Manila sent me an set me an immigrant visa appointment. This is basically saying that you have to wait for an appointment date to have an available appointment date. It's saying that you will get a letter if there is an available appointment date in Manila Embassy. Sorry about that. Okay, so I did receive a visa appointment letter less than 3 months, and then you have to call the Manila Embassy to set an appointment for your interview. Okay? And it should provide the number and everything in that letter, within that letter. And then these are the requirements. So what I have here are like, it's so funny. I have them all labeled and organized. So I have emails. I literally screen captured every email that we have. And then the Skype calls. I screen capture the messages on the Skype and the Skype Snapchats that we have. Oh my goodness, we look so young. Text messages as well. Call history. Our call history. And passport stamps and boarding passes of when we traveled together. Those are just some of the evidence of our relationship. And then, once I got my appointment with the Manila Embassy, I got like all of these requirements listed to bring with me in my interview. All of these requirements, they're going to provide you a list of what you need to bring. My tip for you is that every time you fill out a form, you have to make 2 copies of it. You have to make a copy for yourself to keep. It's very important to have your own copy because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if the mail is gonna get lost. And it's just very good to be prepared in worst case scenario. It's just smart to have your own copies of everything. Okay, prior to the interview, you will have a medical examination and it's going to be in St. Luke's Medical Center. Well, in my experience, I went to St. Luke's Medical Extension Clinic and I brought my passport and 3 pieces of 2x2 photos with me, and there's a fee, and the fee was 223.35 dollars. That was the fee. You will receive a receipt of your medical exam. Okay, so during my interview, I went there with a business suit. I was with my mom that day and they did not allow her to go inside the embassy with me. So expect that you're gonna go alone in there and there's going to be a long line. I remember there was a long line, so be there as early as you can. And then make sure to double check all of the requirements. You will get like number and then they'll call numbers and then you go inside and then you wait in the waiting area. You get a number again and then the first window that you're gonna get interviewed, there's a Filipino interviewer. He's gonna check all of your evidence. He's gonna ask you a couple of questions. I will remember as much as I can, but the questions that he asked me my name, my full name, my date of birth, where I live, how I met my fiance. After that first interview in the first window with the Filipino interviewer, he will tell you to go wait again to be called for your second interview. So this time you're gonna have an American interviewer. And then he will ask you questions about your relationship with your fiance. And are you pooping? So the American interviewer will ask you questions about your relationship with your fiance and other important question. I wish I can remember what he asked me, but it's been 4 years. but what I can remember is that he asked me about my fiance. He looked at my requirements and my evidence, and he asked how we met, and then he asked where my fiance lived here in America. Just simple questions, actually. So if you're nervous about your interview, don't be, because they ask you simple questions. And then after that, I remember he told me that I passed the interview and I should wait for the visa to come in the mail at my house. So I waited in Jensen, and the visa got in the mail 3 weeks after my interview. And then after I got that, jeez Louise. Oh my goodness, Liam. You okay? Yeesh, boobs for days. This is all milk. This isn't gonna last. Anyways, okay. When I got my visa, of course I was so happy. And you would think if you got your visa, you have to buy your ticket now. You can go to the United States now because you have a visa already. That's what I thought. But then you have to do one last step before you can buy a ticket to the United States. You have to go to a CFO seminar. So CFO means Commission on Filipino Overseas. Yeah, and then they'll give you a receipt, and then you can buy a ticket and fly here in the United States. So the overall waiting that we did for me to get a K1 visa is 10 months. Then the last thing is when you get here in the United States with your fiance, you have to get married within 30 days. And then after you get married, you will have to apply for a permanent resident card. The biggest advice that I can give to you while doing this K1 fiance visa process is that make a copy of everything, from the receipts, forms, evidence, medical receipts, any receipts that you have, everything, every single one, make a copy of your own. And another advice that I can give you is that read everything. Like when you get a packet from the embassy, read every single paper on it, every single sentence, every single letter, because I don't want you to make the same mistake that I did, the CFO situation. Because when I got my visa, I thought I am good to go, I can fly to the United States. No, you have to do the CFO first before you can go buy a ticket. And then relax throughout of it. Like while you're waiting for your visa to come, or while you're waiting for a letter from the embassy, just relax and don't stress about it too much. And yeah, and God bless you, and I hope you get your visa, and I hope you pass your interview, and I hope this video helped you, and I hope I answered some of your questions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up.